working. I don't know if it's working, Corey.
Uh-oh.
Is it working?
Uh-oh. Are we
I
live?
don't know. It's
Yeah.
your podcast.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Can I get some big headphones so I can hear myself?
Do you want headphones?
We need.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't plan for them.
I mean,
I don't know where my cord's at either.
It looks much cool. It doesn't need to be plugged in. I just want to look cool.
Oh no, I don't. I think they're hidden in that drawer.
Well, okay.
I don't want to mess your hair up. I think your hair's on
All right.
point right now.
It would.
Your
It
hair
is
is on
okay,
point.
except for the salt and pepper. I don't know.
Would you do just for men?
Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Just for men.
You've never seen just like when you see a guy with like really evenly dark colored hair in their beard, and it kind of looks Lego style.
It's like
Oh,
off-putting
it's
almost.
a
It's like
little,
so
you could take it like a cookie
aggressively
cutter,
dark.
Mhm.
almost.
I had a
like
stepdad that always had a mustache just for men.
Oh,
Very,
interesting.
very. You knew it was just for men.
My barber will occasionally touch it up a little bit, but never just. It's professional, so it's not. It's different.
So I started going back to Anthony
Oh shit.
AJ Aaron Jackson right there by Public Express,
Mhm.
and he finally got a hold of this beard and trimmed it the other day.
And tightened it up.
Yeah, there's gray, but he says that he thinks it's lighter marks. So he's saying there's gray right here. He said, but I'm also torturing it. So I don't know.
Blending it.
He's a stylist. Who texts right now?
I do kind of believe that whenever men start to get like this little salt and pepper beard thing, for men, it seems to be, oh, I have arrived. You know?
I don't know.
What
I don't know
kind
that
of vehicle
men
are they
feel that
driving? I'm
way.
trying to picture this.
I don't know. It's just a whole thing.
Is he pulling up in a pickup truck? Is he wearing a blue jean Wrangler button down?
I'm imagining like a Lincoln Continental. You know, like an old school, just a classic ride.
I mean,
But I don't know that men feel that way. I don't feel great about the salt and pepper.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know. For women, it definitely feels. way
So for
different.
me, I know that I'm embracing it. Like I'm proud of having a minivan. Like I'm gonna embrace it. Like
that's different.
Emily's growing her. She said she's gonna let her hair go gray. So we're gonna go all out.
Yeah, I don't think Lauren's hair is there. It's so
I think we're gonna start wearing matching
aggressively
shirts
red. I
pretty
think
soon.
it's
yeah,
gonna
Lauren's
be-
hair is like vibrant.
yeah, it's like aggressive. I don't think it's
She's-
ever gonna go gray. She's good. She's gonna be
She's like on
redhead
fire.
for life. Yeah,
Do you think she'd ever go gray?
she would certainly. Yeah, she's comfortable. She
I
you
Do
know.
redheads
I feel
go
like
gray?
mine.
I don't
will
know.
just-
That's the thing. I don't know that they do.
I think mine will just from being in the sun so much, it'll just eventually turn. I don't know.
Do you put lemon in it?
No, my hair is light, gets way light, and because I'm out in the sun a lot, so it's kind of.
I used to have blonde hair. My mom always did, and then it started getting darker. I was a kid with blonde hair, but my mom always put lemon in it.
Really?
Yeah, to get the highlight.
I
I
remember
feel
when
like
that
I
was
might
a
have done
thing.
that, or someone did
That was the thing. That was a 90s
Yeah, I think
thing.
the citrus or the acid.
I'm
I
born
don't
in
know.
'86.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
track.
All right. We're about to run. We're about to hit this ad and get into this, guys. We got a good story right now. We got Court Christy. He's going to be running for Ward 1, Biloxi. Going to be hitting some tough questions. We got Julia Reyes right here. She is it a mural artist? You're
Mural?
full-blown artist.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, painter.
But mainly
artist.
murals is
But
kind of,
lately, yeah, then more mural based.
I mean, she's painting the coast. All the beautiful
so-
colors you see, majority of it's her work.
Not
There's a
just
lot of other-
not just the
there's-
coast now.
there's
She
other
travels.
artists. Yeah, I travel.
She does.
Yeah,
some
but guess
stuff
what? This
now.
is a podcast.
It's a big
This-
deal.
This is on the coast.
For the coast.
Julie's
Yeah.
a big deal now. She
If you're not from the
goes
coast, don't
beyond
tune
the
in. We got to have something, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm passionate about the coast.
All right, well, we're gonna run this ad, and yeah, then we're about to get into politics.
Oh no, we said we were.
No one warned me about politics now. Come on.
As-
Meet awful, home, auto, commercial, builders, lips, and life is rich.
Oliver's good.
Oliver Shots is rich.
I'm not a Jordan Duran.
Let's go right here. How do you do this?
You're just gonna tag us, and then I'll allow
Oh,
it to be tagged.
I'm gonna try my best to tag you right now. No, yeah. So I've been working on some well, Oliver's been doing a lot of his own directing for his own commercials.
Who?
My son.
Nice, my man.
He's been like working on his own kind of directions. Like we did a last one where he was like Santa Claus,
Aw.
but he didn't want to speak, so I just like had to
Spell
do
your
some
last
AI.
name for me.
DEROUEN. Look at him, he's so cute. You should see him at
Cute. No, I saw that on the. I was listening to it earlier, and I saw that. I was like, I think that is.
Technology's taking over my friends right now on their phones.
Oh shit.
We're here in your TV.
Here we go. I found it.
Okay.
I shared it.
So when's your next murals coming up?
I've got a few projects in the works. Right now I'm sort of in design research mode. Pascagoula, I've got a few things in that area, and then
Maybe the train station?
not at the train station, but I would be down for the train station.
Oh, that
I thought we decided it was Biloxi only. What's happening right now?
Well, I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, Biloxi better keep up.
I know. Gotta get them funds raised, and we'll
I see
go.
Pascagoula being big in the next 2-3 years.
Honestly, I was researching Pascagoula the other night, just on the like looking, and I was like, I have not delved enough into that area.
You've never been to the jazz club?
No,
You should go to the jazz club. I go there
I went to Jack's by the
for work.
tracks.
It's across the
recently.
street. It's across the street.
Okay.
To go to the road
Yeah.
tracks.
It was across
And
the
also
tracks. You
just
gotta get over the tracks
The
to
beach
get there.
and stuff over there. I've been to like recently. I went to like Petty Boy Island, and I've been, a few places. Like,
Did
on
you
the
see Calvin
water.
Parker's mural? Like the UFO
Mm.
underneath the bridge?
I did not.
They have a plaque right
I
there
need
by
a
the pier.
Pascagoula tour.
I'll
I need
take
a
you.
Pascagoula tour.
Actually, I'll get Warren to take you because I got Sam Newman and Warren. They're a big Pascagoula people there, but Warren, Paige and Kay that have the District Coffee Company brought in Warren, and they opened their second location in Pascagoula.
Oh, okay.
And that thing is
nice.
rocking and rolling because
Is
they never
wait, the district in Ocean Springs? Okay.
they have their
I didn't
second
realize that.
location. They're a sponsor of the show. They have their second location downtown Pascagoula, but they've been doing well because there's never really had much breakfast over there.
Are they in the little drive-through bank area?
Mhm.
Is that
Yeah,
them?
that's
Yeah,
them.
Okay, yeah. I went there a couple weeks ago.
It's doing well because they're bringing. There's new stuff coming.
Yeah, there's some stuff hopping down. I go over there for work somewhat regularly, and there's a lot coming up. New joints opening. Seems like every time I go over
It's
there.
got a nice downtown area,
Yeah.
and just the feel of it.
It's
seems cool.
surprising they don't have more activity with Ingalls and Chevron being there, but I think it's coming. We'll
What do you
see.
think about what's going on new at Biloxi?
What's going on new at Biloxi? So it depends on your perspective. For me, I'm there every day, so nothing's new. But we have got all sorts of construction. If you drive down Highway 90, you'll see that Biloxi's blowing and going with construction, condos on both sides of the beach, new housing down on Highway 90, and then downtown we have got, of course, a Barks project. I just walked through those apartments a couple weeks ago, and they are a couple nails away from being finished. There is a couple restaurants lined up to come into there. We just got, we have the Bella with the brew paddle, which is one of my new favorite spots. That's newish.
Yeah, that's a great spot.
Yeah, there's always a bunch of stuff going on.
Also, we were just talking on the ride here, how Biloxi's sort of becoming this very active city, a community active type city where just people get together and do,
exercise
and exercise runs, and it's just becoming.
All right, let me break down the week of activity in Biloxi.
I mean, there's stuff to do.
There's also a guy on a bicycle that's like turning up the heat too.
We have a bicycle
I
ride.
tried to brainwash multiple friends to get
Weekly
bikes
bicycle
for my
rides,
own
weekly
selfish
runs. We
reasons.
have disc golf. We have skate park. We have all these things now. Every night of the week, just about, you can come out to Biloxi. Whatever your favorite activity is for exercise, you can find it, and it's just people
Bring this
getting
mic up
together,
just a little bit.
Okay.
doing it.
No, I
Sorry.
mean, whenever you talk, just get closer.
Which I think super exciting because it's different. It's not what you expect of the town, really.
And also, if you're looking for something that's not centered necessarily around like bars or drinking, I feel like Biloxi is becoming the place to have a community sense of an active kind of connection.
And very family driven.
Exercise, yeah.
Very family driven. The run has kids.
Driven,
The skate
yeah.
park, there's kids out there all the time. Even the bike ride, the disc golf, you see families doing all this
I
stuff.
mean, Bart don't drink. He's sober.
Yeah, completely sober.
Yeah, sober. That dude's out like on a boat by himself.
Yeah.
He's out riding bicycles at midnight.
on his Boston Whaler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been
No.
doing every-
I saw him going out the other day.
All of these things end at a brewery or a restaurant, but that you don't have to do
But at
the drinking.
center,
At the
it
center
is
of it,
an
it's healthy
activity.
and fun.
Yeah.
And
But you
yeah.
can go to Fly
Which I
Lama and
love.
get you a green tea, hop.
Hop tea, I love
and
the hop
then
tea.
lemonade beers are becoming, you know.
I tell you what's been fire. This Noble, I should have got some, but the Noble company,
Oh right.
they're the THC, like over the counter,
Mhm.
not bad at all. They're actually good flavor.
I'm into the Crescent Nines.
I don't think
They're
I've had that.
similar.
They're similar. They're the
Athletic.
I feel like they're a little more little higher content and they're a little tastier. I don't know. I like the Crescent Nines. That's been my pick so far.
Well, I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't think I've tried that.
have you? I mean, they're a good alternative.
I've tried the
To get you up a little more.
Athletic Brewing Company.
Yes, they have the
They have
IPA,
Suk
the hazy IPA.
which is I'm an IPA fan, so that's usually what I'm.
I am a
going
crowd
towards.
control monster.
Me too,
I am a crowd control monster.
which is problematic. I'm
Well,
like,
that's okay.
only one.
I mean, I'll mess with like Llama's got good IPAs. I got into craft beer through a guy named Scott from Hops and Growers.
Oh yeah, I know
So-
Scott is the
hit-
best.
Yeah, he's the one that got me in to do a podcast. He's the one that told me that I like talking to people. I need to do a podcast.
Yeah, years ago, whenever I had the gallery, we did an event called Art on Tap,
I was there.
and Scott was.
I was
one of the
helping him set
featured-
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny.
and he always Scott always brought the crowd.
Yeah,
Like
they
that's
were super passionate about just brewing beer.
beer and yeah.
well, because it is a science to it. So it's like they'll they add or take away, but it's a science to them. It's like they nerd out on how to make a beer. When me and you were like, let me just drink that IPA. You can make it, but let us drink it.
But I sometimes, or I often feel that whenever someone's passionate about something, it makes it taste better. So I don't know.
You can appreciate the passion. It's like loving that chocolate
can
cake your
ta-
mom
yeah,
made you.
it's like
yeah,
when
you can
someone-
taste that.
Yeah.
I will say a big thing is having these local breweries has brought a lot of art and community through local beers because we're able to have something of ours.
Yeah, and they're great community spaces. Kids, dogs, always at all the breweries. I don't even know what the vibe is with beer and kids, but it is the place people go to enjoy, that sort of thing. They feel comfortable with the kids, feel comfortable with their dog running around.
Well, it's in the last 3 years, it's been a change with more families getting out in Biloxi. My grandma, and then from the Point, which it's amazing to see that because you're talking about Sue's place, the bakery.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I love the bakery.
And
Love bakery.
And you're gonna see this. I'll say Biloxi is it's gonna have downtown, but it's gonna go further.
And it has to. I mean, we have a lot of space that we are responsible for. We need to manage all of it and make sure that it all is coming along equally. And, that's an important thing to think about too, as I'm obviously focusing downtown. Ward 1 is wrapped right around downtown, includes downtown, but the entire city needs to rise up together. And we have a lot of challenges with what we lost. There's a lot of vacant lots still. So we need to get into there and try to build all of that.
I think a big tough thing that is the insurance is pretty tough on us. I'd like to see
all about the insurance, right? You can help us out here, Jordan.
I know, but the thing is so tough on some of these areas too, because I think what scares me is the flood. The regular insurance, the wind and hail, it's fine, but the flood's dangerous.
Yeah, it's not because nobody wants to cover it, from what I understand.
So
Folks are backing out regularly, and
I think there's going to be something to happen for us because, like I was saying earlier, look, if I do my insurance, they always hit on the coastal counties. It's kind of like a red zone.
Yeah.
But it's where people hang out. This is where we have your seafood. This is where we all people come here, flood this place, and I'm never leaving this place. So it's like one of them situations where I think I was talking about this on insurance. Said that I feel like since we send money up from the casinos down here to Jackson and send money up, I think that everybody in the state of Mississippi, if we're helping them, I think that we should all be in their risk pool. I think that they should
lower that
for insurance. So I think that the whole state, they should do us as a risk pool as a state, not as coastal counties.
Yeah.
Because we do help, North Mississippi.
revenue.
Yeah.
So let's get a little bit back. Yeah,
I'm trying. That's one thing I want to see is I think if we help people up north, we need to definitely get in that risk pool with everybody.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that because we do. I love this place. I really do. That's why you love it too. I mean, you're running. You love them streets, dude. You love the downtown Biloxi area.
Yeah. I have a lot of passion and a lot of love for Biloxi, and I want to do what I can to make it the best Biloxi.
You walk around Biloxi with that megaphone. Some of the most beautiful things I've seen. No, Corey, let's let's get in first. Like, where are you from, girl?
I'm from Biloxi,
Born and raised?
born and raised,
What year did you graduate, Biloxi?
2006, I think.
Oh, we're the same age. Okay, I'm 05.
Oh,
Okay, we're same age.
So you're older,
yeah. So
technically.
yeah, you're a little bit older. You're basically.
I mean, a little bit. I mean,
Did
38.
you graduate from Biloxi?
St. Martin.
Oh, okay.
But I have family and cousins. Tyson's my cousin. Rossinet.
Okay, yeah, I know Tyson.
Yeah.
Grew
So,
up together.
okay, so that's
Stomping grounds.
so okay, 06. Corey, where'd you graduate?
I graduated from Biloxi in 1997.
Oh,
Ooh.
So just a little bit older. We're basically the same age.
So-
So
basically.
you know my cousin
Corey and
Tommy
I
Soche.
met- Okay, I was trying to think about this earlier. We met 2012. We've known
No,
each other for
13.
Like 10 years.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah.
I believe at a meeting,
It was for the community arts.
art can do anything. Arts,
Art can change everything.
yes. I came to one of those meetings on behalf of the Walter Anders Museum and met several
We just
people that I'm
rolled
still
up.
great
I
friends
was like,
with.
who is this person?
And I think I met you in like probably 16, no, 15.
When I had the
Yeah, because I bought
gallery.
I bought a mug from you because we did that mug thing. It was
That
like,
was probably
and I bought a piece from you. I bought a couple mugs. You were doing like
a
The mug show.
Yeah, the mug show.
Yeah.
Gosh, that feels like a lifetime
my
ago.
mom's got all that stuff.
Yeah.
No, so I met you there. That was cool too. That was like you were doing the what is that? That's where Brad J lives. What is that?
Down in the Rue Magnolia.
Rue Magnolia.
Rue Magnolia. But you were that you started doing events there.
Yeah. So that's we had a gallery and an event space, but we had to have events in order to get traffic because there's no foot traffic. So that's kind of the thing, especially with an art gallery. I mean,
You think
down here,
you think it'd be better now?
I think everything is better when there's multiple businesses happening at once. And at the time, we were kind of
They're bringing the mic closer to you.
We were sparse, and sorry,
You're good. You're good. It's
I'm not
okay.
used to
It's
it.
okay.
But yeah, at the time, I mean, everything, especially with businesses in the area, I think it's helpful to have multiple things happening at once. Even if your businesses don't relate, it helps to rally together and kind of create a whole community. And I think now, right, there's definitely a momentum that I'm seeing. I still live in the neighborhood. I still, I'm aware of what's happening.
Do you have a golf cart yet?
No, I don't have a golf cart. I walk and I bike
Yes.
like a real Biloxian.
We bike and walk. Everything in our neighborhood is on
Oh, you gotta get
foot.
straighten your mic a little bit
We
too.
are
Yeah.
walking this city.
Look, we can get to everything in our neighborhood in like 10 minutes on
My
foot.
friends always give me, we're not cussing. My friends always give me trouble.
Trouble.
My friends always give me trouble about walking because they think that when I suggest walking, that even if it's 3 blocks, it's basically 3 miles. So it's a thing.
Well, I mean,
Which takes 5 minutes.
It
on
really
foot.
does. I mean,
It's
all you
almost
have
longer
is
to
time.
drive. Like our neighborhood's great that
we
way.
have good
And then
sidewalks
your
and stuff
parking
too.
takes
Yeah, we
more
have
time.
sidewalks. You don't have to get in your car, get out, find a spot. You can just walk from your house. Front door to everything downtown from my house is 10 minutes.
And Biloxi basically has the perfect setup to be the ultimate walkable city. We have sidewalks. We have
The only thing y'all
We
are
have
missing in
wide
downtown
roads.
Biloxi is a like a Fun Time USA downtown, like a goofy golf, a little
Oh my
fair.
gosh.
You know what
I
I'm talking
would
about? Like a little small fair. Like
yeah.
everybody be there.
Well, there is at
I would start with the,
Margaritaville. There's the Ferris wheel.
No, I
That's
know, but
not
I'm saying
downtown, though. That's
downtown.
not
I'm saying
downtown.
like
That's good too.
I'm saying like
Close
downtown.
enough.
I want it to be a little sketchy. I want it to be just on a plot of land where
Like Slippery Sam's. Where
Like that was just
you, might,
Slippery Sam.
you might bust your hump.
Oh my
Just try
gosh.
to get down the slide, baby. But
And then you're like trying to
Well,
post
I mean,
up. Remember Slippery Sam's when you tried to stop up the
Yeah, and that's-
slide? That was the challenge.
yeah.
You post in the. I'm sorry, that was my position.
Oh no, I remember it. Yeah, but
and
yeah,
you get like harassed.
see,
the
look,
whole
you can
time.
tell we're the same age because we did the same things as
Yeah.
kids. So we're clearly basically the same age.
I know Carrick McEwen's sister used to work there, and we used to do we used to sneak in at nighttime and do the slides.
Dang.
Yeah,
I did break
So-
into not break in. I would go visit the Broadwater after hours every now and then and go for a swim. And a lot of those old school beach hotels that were there, we'd go swim in
Yeah,
there.
they
That
were
was a
broke in.
very
Oh, yeah.
not broke in. It wasn't locked. You just walked in,
Right.
just hung out. We're just hanging out.
Hey, take
just
my room
very
key.
Good casual.
Yeah,
fun.
take the room key.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I got kicked out of a lot of the golf cart tracks too because me and my buddy Bryant at the time, Bryant Hamilton, we would go to the golf cart track, go kart tracks, and he for some reason would always find a way to spin around and hit me head on. And it was always the last lap. So if you do that, you get kicked out. So it's like we raced good, and all of a sudden he would because he was lighter than me, he'd beat me. He would turn around and hit me head on, and then we'd get flagged in and stop it. Yeah, that's the stuff I miss. So like I think if we had like we
have a race car track. We got
I know.
Big Play has
some legit fun over there, and it's not terribly expensive.
One time I went to do the go-kart. There was a deal or something where you could do the go-karts. It was me and my brothers and my dad, and I think it was on Thanksgiving, and we went and did that, and I was like, this is the best stress relief.
We did it 2 weeks ago.
Are they still doing it? I haven't been there in a long time.
Well, we had,
they're still doing it. Both there's like two sides.
Brandon Davis had just fought last week. His son Rain's birthday party. He won it. It was like a $400 birthday package, and it was like amazing deal they had. It was like $400. I think it was like 12 kids. You got to pick 3 different things you could do, like laser tag, go-kart track, and then bumper cars. But they supplied the pizza. Incredible deal. And they all got like $25 gift cards. So we just went, and I actually raced Brandon. But you got to keep in mind, I'm 220 pounds. Brandon's 150 pounds wet. And I couldn't do anything. I mean, I had Oliver with me because I had to drive him, but like I'm at that weight now where it's just, it's at that point now where just imagine me driving. Okay. I'm driving, and it's just now it's like I got my kid with me. You don't want to get my kid hit. So it's just like, just go over.
Keep it going.
Go.
That's not how you That's not how you go kart. Sorry. You gotta step it. It's on, and there's very little risk. If you wreck, it's a short fall. Just go for it. Just go.
Yeah. But I got my little buddy with me.
Make him stronger.
I feel like he's ready. And
you're probably not going to wreck. I mean, it's very difficult to wreck a go-kart.
Yeah.
Think about being raised in the 90s.
Yeah, but we didn't have, just because we didn't have car seats.
I was holding on to my dad's
I didn't have a car seat.
the back of his 4Runner on like a skateboard. Like, let's go.
What was he listening to? What kind of music was he listening to?
Probably classical, honestly.
Okay.
Like classical music or like classical rock? Classic rock.
My mom kept I was telling the other day, my mom always kept Black Velvet on repeat.
Nice.
Ooh. That's stuck in my head. I love it. And
it's great once, maybe twice
on the Rain.
3 times. I don't know.
You remember
Leonard Skinner?
No, she always did she was more into like Stevie B, Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie, legit, very legit.
But my mom was like that,
I'm here for it.
But when 50 Cent dropped his first album,
Dancing on the Ceiling.
My mom got a little she went down 50 Cent road. She loves 50 Cent. Awesome. Man, she loves 50 Cent.
Look, it took me years to get onto the 50 Cent, but he's got some hits. He's got some good stuff. I don't know why I loved hip hop in the 90s, but I never listened to 50 Cent. But now I'd be banging some 50 Cent.
Yeah.
I'm like today, like before, I medicate because I've been trying to get in shape. So when we're doing jiu-jitsu, I work out at American Top Team. So I've been getting me in my little mood, and then I've been putting on, like I said, Kodak Black, or I've been putting on something to kind of
nice.
It's really helped me.
The music or the
just because I'm just grabbing a different artist. Like I'll just go down a playlist of like Kodak Black or Travis Scott, or I'll just even though if I don't mind, like I'm more into like EDM style music and house music,
like electronic
stuff. But I've been like getting into this whole let me just listen to this artist's playlist
all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
found that I tend to listen to different things at different time, like movement. I have different things when I'm actually doing something physical versus just
what do you listen to when you're painting?
Well, I listen to a lot of podcasts actually when
like
I'm painting.
Crime junkies?
No, well, but I'm more of a science kind of person. I like to understand
art, science, perfect.
I like to understand how things work. I like to hear about, weird science, interesting things about that. That really has always interested me. But I do listen to some crime stuff, but not
Gone South.
I listen to Gone South. Yeah,
it's amazing.
I have so many podcasts that I listen to that it's but I am very much intrigued by how things work in the world, or people's stories and things like that. So This American Life, Radio Lab, those types of podcasts, that the journalism that feels like they're really deep diving into what things are about.
It's got to be therapeutic though too for you, because like I work
alone a lot, so sometimes it feels like it fills the void of conversation. But more recently, I've started my days and I've been in silent because just sitting, because I think sometimes when we fill our spaces with just noise that we don't allow room for our own thoughts. And so I'm kind of changing it up a bit lately and not listening to podcasts as soon as I wake up.
Yeah, I have
so-
to. I have to do a podcast. Like I'll go into Shane and Matt's secret podcast or
Yeah, what are your go-tos?
audiobooks
Okay.
like Dale Carnegie. I love like I'll keep stop working and start living on a lot. Right now it's Atomic Habits. Just replay it.
Huh.
I feel like I have to do like if I have to do like an audiobook, I have to do it like 4 or 5 times. And I'm learning that about myself.
to get everything in. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
because
I
sometimes
get
you
it.
fade in and out if you're working on
Yeah.
something. You're listening, but you're not listening.
I like to listen to
100%.
audiobooks while I ride
And I'm not good
my
at that.
bike, and it's
You're gonna switch with me though, because I want people to see you.
it's hard to it's hard to
My-
concentrate the whole time on
Well, you
what
got
you're
longer
listening
hair
to.
than me.
My face is covered.
Yeah, you look like it.
What's
Remember
happening
It?
over here?
You remember it?
It from
yeah.
the Addams Family?
Yeah. I'm trying to look out for her.
Hiding behind my hair.
Here's your pillow. Yeah. And here's your sweet jacket.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just knew that like for me, I had to start like redoing books. And
Yeah.
I've done
I'll do that. I'm same wavelength there. I have to re-listen sometimes. But I love these are Music is History by Questlove. There's a couple books in the series. It goes through
I heard about this.
each year and the significant songs that come through, and they connect them to with something that happened in history. There's a hip hop, it's history, music, but it's a wonderful listen because you're doing both. It's talking about JFK that year and Martin Luther King or whatever is happening, connected to the music that was happening around it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Have you ever listened to like 1 Year?
We gotta bring that mic up.
1 Year podcast. It
I
kind of
haven't.
talks about. I think there's a hip hop era of the 90s. That's a cool.
Yeah, the 90s hip hop is the greatest era of music of all time.
Breaks it down.
That's funny you say. Can you rap?
Have you? I mean, I think you've probably heard. me
Yeah, I know,
rap
but
before.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
I can't like drop a freestyle, but I can,
that's what I'm saying, like more freestyle.
I'm not really a freestyle guy, but
But did you start at school? How that kind of start
well,
for
it
you?
was like that era, when
Yeah.
I was at school. It was when hip hop's
Yeah, it's
glory
got to be
days,
like for real,
so-
like Looney's hit.
Yeah, what made you want to
No,
start
it
playing
was
music?
before that. Just a love for music, enjoying the listening to it. I want to be a part of it. I've started late though. I started in college with friends, so that was another driver. Like my friends want to do it, I want to do it with them. But started out playing rock that I don't even listen to at all, and now, of course, funk and hip hop and jazz and things of that nature, which touched me a little deeper. But yeah, I've been listening to that kind of stuff forever. D'Angelo back in the day, remember that?
Yeah,
Little jazzy, little soulful.
that music video where he was shirtless. Remember that one?
Yeah, some D'Angelo is just where it's at, Now we have all these great young funk bands, or not young, but
I love when I'm pretty big on Spotify. I kind of try to engage and like certain songs if people send things to me, and I'll go down some musical rabbit holes. But I love whenever I discover an artist that there's no context of the time period or how well known they are, and then I'm like taken by
it's just good music.
like Betty Davis.
Betty Davis, that's a good
so
one.
Betty Davis, when I first heard her, I was like, "Where has she been my whole
What do you know
life?"
about Betty Davis,
This is
Jordan?
my-
I don't know shit.
Yeah, and I
Look.
did not know, and I felt like an idiot.
You need to go ahead and everybody listen. Y'all need to download Betty Davis right now.
Literally, and I didn't know she. So I was down a rabbit hole of listening to her music, and then I had no idea that she was even married to Miles Davis.
yeah.
Irrelevant to me, and
It's not relevant to her music either. Like it's not.
not.
It's totally different.
And
But
I love that. Like I love when sometimes you discover something. It could be music or an artist, and you have no context of what you're supposed to think, but then you hear it or see it, and it just is. And she was that. She's
she's
for
a great
me.
one. Yeah. She's a great
My
one.
brain
Oh,
was.
man.
I was ruined by Cash Money.
Cash. I've been listening to a lot of Cash Money
I'm
lately.
still ruined.
A
to this
lot of
day.
Cash Money.
If you go into music for me, I guess I would listen to The Police. because my siblings are older. My sister Beth, she's class of 95, and my brother-in-law Melvin, he's 94 maybe, but you know, I grew up in the era of like Marilyn Manson, Tool. They would take me to these shows and stuff, so I got into like the more rock, and then I then I just got went into Stevie B and like 90 or 80s electronic. I don't know. I mean, still listen to Eddie Murphy Party all the time. Like that's a song that just gets you going. If you're having like a bad day, just put on Eddie Murphy Party all the time.
Not bad. I mean, it's 80s
like,
weird,
So like right now, I mean, in the last 5 years, I've been really big into like Rufus, just and any kind of
like Shaka Khan Rufus.
No, Rufus de Soul. Like they're just electronic band from I think Australia, but they're just like Odessa or just music that's like I like the 808s. I like the electronic music.
Love an 808.
Odessa.
Love
I went
an
on an
808.
Odessa path the other day, and my brother and his girlfriend are big into them, and I texted him. I was like, "Why have I not delved?"
So yeah, it's like
I don't know about this Odessa. I have to check.
Oh, they're amazing.
Somebody send me a link. Send me a link.
Oh, well.
I mean, I know them.
But look, while we're on the topic, I want to ask the people to help me out real quick. I'm pushing real hard to add Cash Money to our set list for Mardi Gras this year. So y'all tell everybody if you want to hear that, say it. And I could show the band that people want it. They don't believe me. But I feel like there's several Cash Money songs. I mean, they're from New Orleans. They're using horn samples.
Hell yeah. If you do do Cash Money.
We need that.
Yes.
Right?
Change it up.
Yeah.
Right. I think it'd be a great addition.
What
Gary Cooper, if you're listening, we're doing Cash Money this
Gary.
year.
No, Cash Money has to happen.
Has to happen.
It's just what we do. I mean, if you just did stunt like my dad, if you did like the old school Lil Wayne, like stunt like my daddy would just be like, I don't know. I'd be there. Replay it.
I feel like people would be there for it. I don't know.
So what y'all do with the instruments like a Blackwater brass, is the same thing Odessa is, which Odessa's 2 DJs, and they take like drum lines and add it to their electronic music. So when they do a full. If you watch their live shows are like 25 or 30 different drum lines.
Oh wow.
And they bring in all these people, so they'll have like the college band learn their music and play it.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So when I was listening to Odessa the other day, and I don't ride horses. I've ridden like maybe two horses.
Like at the zoo? Like pet
No, I was in Peru once, and that was an epic ride. But when I listened to Odessa, I felt like I was on the back of a horse. And I was going on this epic adventure, and I was gonna be at the top of the mountain.
All right, we need to do like.
Yeah,
all right, I should have been there.
It
Like, whoa,
it was a whole vibe.
that's how Odessa makes you feel. Okay, I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
You
I'm
literally
in.
do anything.
If I wasn't in before, I'm in.
No,
So
but
now you're there.
you'll respect it because and there's I'll send you their documentary, but like they go like they're two DJs and they both play this like. They don't like doing mainstream media that much. They'll do a couple shows, but they always. So what they do is, I think some of their shows operate at 60 people. So they pay all their people in their bands. Like they're massive, but there's graphic design artists. There's a light show.
Wow.
They did. I forgot what festival they did, but they did a whole drone show. But there's 60 people that put on an Odessa show.
Wow.
But
I've got to see this.
Yes,
I've gotta
I mean,
see this.
I mean, I'm new to the.
Yeah, I'm.
It was just
I'm like I
I just
said,
like
I'm a little probably a little under my generation.
dude,
but
I
I'm in.
just like, just like, people like Mississippi All-Stars. I like Odessa where I just get that vibe. I like you don't even have to sing in it. Like, but they did a song with Lionel Bridges, and actually Cassius Culpepper's gonna be touring with him this year.
I saw that.
That's cool. But
Leon
like,
Bridges.
yes, Leon. Sorry,
One of my favorite artists. I listen to him very often. They're coming to New Orleans. Yes, and Cassius is on the bill.
Really?
I will be there.
Cash slept here Christmas Eve last year, right on his futon, and he broke that string. He needs to come fix that string.
I can't believe I saw that because Leon. I mean, I sent it to Lauren instantly. I didn't even see the Cassius part because we're going, and then she was like, "Is that real?
Are y'all still doing? So let's dive into. Okay, I mean, I know your heart's in to you running this year, coming up for next year, 25, right? Correct.
That's correct.
So will it be August 25?
Well, it's April preliminary and then June election.
Okay. But you and Lauren, this is one thing. All right, his wife Lauren, I went to St. Martin with. We were like in the same clique together. We had our own clique.
Clique. That's a 90s word for everybody.
Yeah, it's a clique.
It's a 90s thing. Group of people that hang out together.
But they would take some of their vacations. They would, and I want to talk about this because we're gonna have trains move into Mississippi now. But you and her would take vacations on a train. Can you kind of dive into how that works?
Yes. Okay. This is the best vacation deal that there is. We took a train trip, and we've done a few, but our first one, we went from New Orleans, basically the entire west end of the country. So New Orleans to Chicago to Denver to Salt Lake City to the Bay Area to Los Angeles and then home around the southern border. And so you spend a couple days, you build the trip yourself. You call them, you build the trip. You spend a couple days in each city, 3 days in the Bay Area because there's a lot going on there. And it's $450 a person. I don't know another way you could possibly travel that far for 2 weeks.
You hop on
for that price.
You hop on and off like at your. Like
Well,
you
you
make your own schedule.
You make your own schedule, yeah. So if you want to stay in Chicago 3 days and Salt Lake 1, whatever you want to do.
Right, but then you find places to stay within that.
Yes,
area.
and you hang out and see the city, do your thing. Of course, we're going to museums and eating food. That's what we
Right.
do.
Is
But
there showers on there?
no, but they're only overnight trips. So you get to the place, you clean up. And we made the mistake of not getting a bed cart for some of the longer things, but it's comfortable. The seats are double the size of a airplane, so you can hang out. You can kind of bring your own stuff on, food. I don't know if you're supposed to bring drinks, but we did. Nobody seemed to care. But
Put it like one of them flasks. I'm so obsessed with these TikToks where like you see like the hidden flasks with like hairbrushes. I thought about buying one.
I've decided I'm too old for TikTok.
I don't have to.
I'm giving it to the kids. I'm just
Huh?
too old for it.
Well,
I
let's
don't
say that
understand.
I'm going. Well, for me, I like food, so it's good. My algorithm is like food. Like it's definitely like munchy food, and yeah, I love watching.
Well,
food.
I like snacks, so maybe.
But no, that's all it is. It's just like if you go into if you want to go into some very dark stuff that you're trying to look into, like that's fine. But like the algorithm's going to figure out what you like.
I like
Yeah,
food. I
oh,
like
yeah.
music, art.
Backpacks.
Yeah.
Can it tell me that? Travel for those things.
Yeah,
Food,
but
music,
that's what
art, travel.
if that's what you want to pay attention to, yeah. I mean, then I go to TikTok. So if I go to like Twitter, some reason it's always like street fights for me. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I like it sometimes. It's like, what? This is crazy.
That's bizarre.
Well, maybe because you do jujitsu or.
Maybe I don't know. I'm like the other day I watched some like two old dudes just fight, and they're like in their 60s or 70s, and they just start fighting each other, and it was like these dudes still got it. Like, but that's my algorithm. I mean, went there, and then all of a sudden it went to I like a lot of kind of like hunting. I would say more like animals out in the wild.
Yeah.
That's cool because there's like videographers and photographers that catch like up close like owls and
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Right, you like-
algorithm is like bushcraft, camping, cuisine, and
like cooking on a stone or something.
yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
love like some, surviving in the wild stuff. And then some, obviously art.
Mine is
some
cute
that.
baby videos,
Oh yeah.
art, and food. But the baby videos are dominating at the moment for
Right.
obvious reasons.
Yeah, I mean, but you're at that stage though where it's going to happen that way.
Your
yeah,
algorithm changes.
Yeah, it
changes.
does, and that's like
I'm not mad at a baby video. It's fun.
No, I mean, I
every
don't
time.
think
It's
anyone
great
is,
every time.
really.
I
It's awesome.
yeah. So like when Oliver was your son's age, like I was into more baby stuff and all the new equipment, all the new products to make it easier to be a dad. But come to find out, you just need a heater from Dollar General, and that was huge for us. Like because you get in there, you do it, all the products,
The products like
the baby, like how to like get the new baby seat or the new toys they like.
yeah. So we're into all the Montessori stuff. So all the like wooden toys and like bookshelves and all the we have all these various things that are supposed to help their development on multiple levels. Apparently,
What do you think about Coco Melon?
we're not there yet.
How about Blimpy?
Blimpy,
Yeah.
I'm not there. Bluey, we were into Bluey, and fortunately, my favorite, and I watch it even if we're watching Moana and he falls asleep, I'm watching it till the end, even though we watch it 3 times a day. It's just full of bangers, one song after the other. Amazing, amazing, amazing. The story's great. It's got to be the best
Is that
Disney
the
movie
one? I
of
think
all
when
time.
I was watching him the other day, that was
Probably
what was on.
because I just put it on.
And I was at attention.
That
I
and
guess
Encanto's
yes.
pretty good, but Moana is just it's a
The
wonderful,
Hawaiian-
amazing movie.
It's a good movie.
It's Polynesian
It's a good movie.
islands, and so
Okay.
I've researched it to death. Like she travels 2,000 miles.
The waves are interacting
Yes,
with her.
yes.
So it's going to change though. We got right now. Oliver's watching the original Three Ninjas. Yeah.
I can't wait for that stage. I'll be there
Yeah.
for that. I'll
Rocky,
be there
Tum
for
Tum, and Colt. It's going down right now.
I can't wait because
Oh,
that
he's-
came out in the 80s when I was like in my height.
Oh, he's in the
loving
train.
that sort
Like
of thing.
he's in the whole training world. But no, I started going back to like the original like he's real big into Jurassic Park, but like I got him into the original Jurassic Park. That's like the best one for me. 'Cause I feel like our 90s style movies are better than the newer movies.
The stories can be better. They don't depend on the CGI so much.
It's too much
Yeah.
CGI on everything.
Too much CGI.
Everything's
So
CGI.
what was his reaction? Did he like it?
But-
Being exposed to kind of the CGI,
So his first one was like Jurassic World, the new one.
right?
And then when we went back to the old one, it's scarier because of storytelling. If you ever remember where it's like you didn't see the dinosaurs all the time, but it was always
Yes.
the score.
Way more suspenseful.
Like they spent more
Mhm.
they put more time in like the sound.
Mm-hmm.
You ever notice like in the 90s, all these movies like the montages and all the score. I mean, they put so much time in the scores. And that builds up like for instance, like Jason, let's be honest, when you hear like that kind of build up. Yeah.
Have y'all ever read any Chuck Klosterman?
Who's
I
that
love
guy?
Chuck Klosterman.
Chuck Klosterman.
I feel like I'm out of the loop right now.
All right.
So
Go ahead.
no,
I have a
you
Chuck
go,
Klosterman. All
'cause-
right. My whole life is based around the Chuck Klosterman Superman versus Batman theory.
what's
And so
I
that
don't
means
know.
that you need an enemy to succeed. Right.
That's a good.
So Superman versus Batman, obviously they're kind of on the same level and they're doing the same things, but they're kind of competing for the same space. And if you don't have that person driving you, you won't achieve
One
as
does
much as
not
possible.
exist
Like
without the
Magic
other.
Bird and Magic Johnson, or Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, like relationships like that are what
yeah,
drive greatness. And it's a great argument. I mean, it's a
it's kind of
quick
true,
read. It's like a
though.
3-minute read. I send it to everybody. I
sent-
love
yeah,
I
I
it.
sent
don't
it to
think I've
me.
read that one.
I'll send it to
but
both of y'all.
Okay.
It is amazing. But I've
yeah.
read all his books.
I haven't
He's
read all of
awesome.
his books, but there was one I don't know how I stumbled across it. And he's a little bit like his era is a little bit older. So some of the references didn't quite hit, but one of the things what we were just talking about, life is meaningless without a soundtrack,
Yes, that's one of his
and
names. Yes.
yeah, and he just has some good stuff in there, just like relationships between pop culture and how we apply that to life and how we look at life. And obviously that's changing all the time, but it's kind of interesting to hear, even if you're not of that era, to hear how he breaks it down. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, and he's my
Can we
speak of-
survive without music? Or
I
sound?
don't believe
couldn't.
I
I
could.
can't.
I don't think I could.
I could
no.
not at all.
It's a big part of my life, but
I mean, every morning I wake up, it's either like right now I'm on Ben Howard. I'm just kicking Ben Howard right now. So I'll switch around. Like in the mornings, how I do my days, I'll go Ben
Yeah.
Howard, or I'll do Tiny Desk.
I love the
Yeah.
Tiny Desk.
But I
show.
just
I
do
do
it because I
too.
just want to have. I want to have
Yeah.
some because I feel like it sets me in a mood.
Right.
Because like I wake up and like I battle with demons every day, and but like I wake up and if I have like a weird mindset or I got this in my mind, then I always take time for a little music.
What's your default if you're in not a good mindset?
Mudvayne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
There we
definitely
go.
Mudvayne. Like it's definitely Mudvayne or a Perfect Circle, things like that. Yeah, and then I'll switch it and then I'll put on like, was that John Summit? I'll just go into a straight or Disclosure. I'll go into a straight EDM thing, but I know how to control it but I think it's because I feel when I get in these like darker mindsets, I feel like that means I'm just not taking enough time for myself. So a little meditation.
Yeah.
But I have to check myself. So like, if I feel a certain way, that's like my anxiety kicking in. So I just need to step back and go, I can check the emails later. I can
Right.
check the phone later, but music can just.
I've found that like more recently, I've been kind of delving more instrumental. If I have that noise, heavy instrumental music versus lyric based is
So like
serving me.
Interstellar.
just something that's maybe even not. It's not overly crazy. It's just there.
But it helps, don't it?
Yeah, it helps like level me.
Everybody needs that. Like there's no like you wake up in the morning and you got to have a little music, and that's what I think. You don't need to go turn on the TV and put on the news.
I do
because
that
that's
first thing
normally
every
my
morning.
Default. I turn on a podcast. I'm like, let's go.
But look, the local news is not terribly.
No,
I mean,
not.
it's not super negative. There's like local events and there's some stuff, but it's mostly feel good.
Yeah.
So I wake up, I watch the 2 local news stations to start the day. I'm chasing the baby around, but we have a jazz playlist that we call it morning playlist. And it's just all the jazz I like. We just put that on and kind of
Just
What's
easy
Lauren
going.
listening
Vibe to that. You know,
I feel
Lauren.
like, I feel like
TLC?
Lauren's like a let's go.
No, she's like an indie rock, you know.
Yeah, Nickelback.
Jason Isbell. No, come on
Nickel-
now.
no.
Get out here with that Nickelback,
Nickelback.
stuff.
She's going.
Jason
mean-
Isbell and Tyler Childress and stuff like that.
Oh,
Force the
yeah.
Machine.
Okay.
She likes that a lot. But we both
MGMT.
like
I listen to them daily.
Boyfriend. We both love Boyfriend, who is an artist from New Orleans that is, I guess, Big Frida adjacent, sort of. But she's amazing. And Big Frida and Tank and the Bangas.
Yeah.
Those are things that we are listening to together.
Nice.
I mean, right now, I know that I've also too Treaty Oak Revival. Is it that Texas style? Have you listened to them yet?
I don't think so.
They're good. They got like a Puddle of Mud, but more Tyler Childers kind of flair or Cole Wetzel type flair. But they're like they got that more rock Puddle of Mud kick to it.
Yeah.
They're good, but it's like I think it's like 4 or 5 guys. But check them out. I'll send you the list.
Yeah, send me some links.
But you gotta believe, like even at night, if I have like a rough night, I've been doing this lately. If I have a rough night, I'll do just exhausting. Like I'll do a bath, like a bath and chill with, and that's more of a glitch mob or instrumental style music. And I see that for like 30 minutes, be like,
yeah,
so you sleep better when you check in on yourself. Also, I pray a lot. I've noticed that too in the last 3 years. I pray a lot. Yeah, my dad's on my dad's just got on dialysis too, and that's been a life changing for me.
Have a little meditation moment.
Oh yeah, dude, he's a rock star, but it's just it's one of those situations where I think that's another thing too. As you get older, you start changing. We all change.
I've
Oh,
had a
yeah.
lot of
Oh, yeah, you go
conversations with
through
friends recently of just about
things
the
as you
thought
get
of, like,
older.
the realization of mortality and people in your life, getting older, your parents who seem invincible in so many ways, but like eventually we're all gonna have to kind of
Face it
Yeah.
all.
I think that for me, that's always something that's present. I'm sort of always thinking about like how can we just keep being present with the people in our lives, and it's probably sometimes to a fault and annoying with people in my life, but
in my 20s, I wanted to drag out till 7 a.m. every night.
Oof.
Yeah, and that's me. And being honest with you, this is like, dude, I can't tell how many times shout out to Guido. He was in here earlier. I can't tell. He'll tell you how many times I slept with a juke joint on the couch.
yeah.
I mean, but I'm saying like in the 20s, you were in that situation, and it's early 30s, still trying to, figuring it out, like, and then kind of coming off that. And then like in my now getting closer to 40, I'm like, I mean,
What
I'm
matters.
Yeah,
I would
the
say-
30s are like figuring out what it actually means to be an adult and having real responsibilities and not staying out till 7 a.m. and
yeah.
kids and marriage and all those things. I feel like 20 is a little too early for all that for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But the 30, you're kind of making that transition into adulthood, really.
But also, like, even if you're not married, and like most people do have families and are existing in that world, but if you don't, like, what does that look like for you as a person? I think that is an important question.
Yeah.
So
I gotta put
it
this
looks
down.
different for different people.
Yes. Oh, it looks different for every single person. I mean,
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean,
everybody has their own little
do you need another beer?
I know.
approach in the world.
Shout out to this this podcast is brought to you by Fly Llama.
A little pause in the
A fresh fly llama for everybody.
Freshest
beer on the coast.
Yeah, that was like something I was really like, I don't think anybody's got life figured out. And that's why, like, when you're telling me, like, I know you've been wanting to run political for some time, and because I know how much you love community. You're really like, you are that person. I tell you, I was telling Emily that it's like, it's crazy. Every time we see Corey or Lauren, even if we don't talk to each other for a month or 2, 3 months, every time we see each other, we all sit together. Every time we see each other, we're always like, we sit together.
You and Corey?
And Lauren, yeah,
We family.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
the
just
families are always together.
we sit together, and it's just a situation where, like, I knew he's been wanting to run for over 4 years.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, I think that's when he came. I remember him coming to the house with, and talked to me and Emily, and he's talking about he's going to run. Decision from making groceries. Making groceries will be coming back, but the focus on his run. Huh?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
No, we'll come back. I'll force one to do it, or I'll just turn it into a cartoon.
There you go.
But no, but I'm saying like that was your situation to come and talk about it because you put a lot of time and thought into this. This time around, you're like, we're going in.
Yes, and it's almost an advantage that I had to wait because I'm been able to be more thoughtful about it, give it more time, really decide if it's something I actually wanted to do, which is important. And so I feel like I'm a better prepared person. I've been able to experience more things and get involved and see more things. And I think I'm just going to be a better candidate and hopefully a better councilman.
What kind of things would you? You got your mic. Where's your mic at?
Sorry, I forgot about the mic.
All right, you go for the
Yes.
Yeah, you've kind of been. You've had enough broad experience with organizations and stuff, and across the board that you kind of have a backing.
Yeah, and I've been
Really
lucky to be
policing.
invited in to work with. I mean, I've worked with folks on the city council. I've worked with the mayor on some level. I've worked with people involved in city government in a lot of ways, and it's. I feel like it's a good fortune and folks looking out for me, allowing me to be a part of things and having good results.
I've always seen you as like a person that is a great bridge. I'm not a super political person these days because I kind of shut down.
You're kind of like Fleetwood Mac.
But when I think about Corey, he can sit in a room with all the people, and it's not it's in an authentic way. It's not something that's putting on a front. It's because he actually cares about the actual cause and the reality of what it is that makes our city. And I'm not one to say these things, but I'm not sure that I have any.
Yeah.
I say what I see, and that's what I see from my perspective. I'm the type of person that when someone stands on a pedestal and tells me what I should do, I don't really have a ton of respect. But when someone's in the trenches with you, actually taking action, that's when I have true respect and I can listen to someone. And Corey's always been like that kind of person.
True.
A friend,
that's true,
and
Corey.
just a person in general.
Like I always make fun of you about this. Like you give Corey $100, he'll throw a party and paint the town. And that's what you are, Corey. Like you're not like
you got to stretch a dollar now. That's important, especially government. You got to stretch a dollar.
Well, so what kind of things that makes you want to run that? Like, let's say you get in office tomorrow. What kind of things are you trying to change or make or that you see that need to be done in your ward?
Well, I don't know that I'm trying to change anything necessarily, but I see a lot of potential in downtown Biloxi and a lot of great things happening now. I would like to do things that make those things easier to accomplish. Things like a clean space. Why aren't the sidewalks weed at? Why or is there trash in places it shouldn't be? Like, let's make it clean and inviting. That's number one, and that's easy enough to do. Making it feel safe. Downtown Biloxi is relatively safe. You're unlikely to get attacked or, whatever downtown, but does it feel that way? Like, let's make it feel like it is. And let's make it more inviting for not only the people that we want to come, but first for the residents that live there. We want those folks living downtown. We're talking about, you can get to everything you need in 10 minutes downtown. Let's make the residents feel like they can do that. And all that to be able to bring business in and make our community thriving. We've had some great growth in the last 4 or 5 years. We're becoming quite the complete community, but we need a few more things. We need a little more activity. And I'd like to do the things that drive that.
Let's say, so how this right here though is, where do you feel about, what do you feel like on the, you got the new wave of Airbnbs? That's been lucrative for a lot of people down there. I got my business partner, Brian, he does Airbnbs.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing these older houses, which is cool. People are remodeling these older houses. You live down there. So you're seeing these older houses that when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of people that want to live in older houses. They wanted to move outside of Biloxi, in the suburbs. And now you're seeing these houses, like you're seeing these old houses become really nice. That's, but how about like, will we see more, big corporate stuff, or are we moving, or is your vision on more like local small business?
My vision is always about local and small. Now you need a little bit of that corporate things to drive dollars, but that could be big local investors like Ivan. That could be the Nikos. That doesn't need to be the huge corporate entities. Let's let those folks make money, and that in turn will drive something like Almost Circle being able to exist. But I like the personality that you get from a city with small business. I want Biloxi to be Biloxi, and we can do that. I think art obviously is a thing that I'm very passionate about, because no matter what, everywhere you go, that art's going to be of that place, and it'll define the place. And I think with small business, you can have a similar effect. If you have a bunch of urban outfitters, it's just like the next town next door. Let's be unique.
Right.
And let's give people a reason to want to come here.
I think that Biloxi was kind of founded on people who have that grit with the desire to make something from nothing in a way. I mean, if you look at our history, it is resourceful people that pushed through and made businesses and succeeded and made successul businesses. Those are the names that you still see, around. And I think that should be continued.
Yes. And then, we were built on that seafood, that hardworking mentality, and I believe the best way for me to drive those things is I go to the businesses and I give them my money. I'm in every business I can be in as often as possible. I'm not loaded over here, but the money I spend, I always say I'm not rich enough to eat at a chain restaurant. That money's going local.
Right.
I can't afford to go to Applebee's, but I can go to Brew Paddle. I can go to Jacked Up. I can go to the Greenhouse. I don't have $10 for Outback. You know what I'm saying? But I got $50 for my neighborhood restaurant. And that's how you grow. You vote with your wallet, ultimately. The things you believe in, you will give money to.
What do you see? So the Vieux Marché is in your district, correct? The ward?
The Vieux Marché no longer exists, but sure.
It doesn't?
No. We were going away from that verbiage. It's just Howard Avenue. And it has changed a bit. That was that 70s redevelopment thing where they shut it down and made a walking path and all that. But yes, it's in my district. Go ahead.
No, that's what I grew up on with my grandma.
Same. I remember going to the hospital with my aunt and playing in the fountain and all that good fun stuff. But
well, it's going to be that's still a development, and you say it is becoming like I said, Ground Zero is actually a good place to eat food.
That's a great place to go see some blues music.
Yeah,
they do a really good job bringing talent.
That's
in there.
probably one of the first ones that's really as a bar on that street to survive.
Yeah,
that's being honest.
Yeah.
Hey,
you got the Sandbar, the little bar that could down there. They've been around for a long time.
I know, but I'm saying I know the Sandbar, but I'm saying like for a big
like a
venue, yeah, because you're talking about like a staff. Like when we do our events for Carter's Champions, it's a staff. There's people that like literally. That's how they pay their bills. Like now Sandbar is amazing, but you can operate Sandbar with 2 to 3 people.
Yeah. Versus
Ground Zero is a team.
It's a team. It's 30 people on it.
Yeah, and they got like audio and.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to see that space is being used and succeeding.
Yeah, that's when I was like, okay, because like that was cool to see that. Now I can't wait for the Sanger Theater, and hopefully that's going to be.
The Sanger has so much potential. I'm excited to see it. It looks beautiful outside. I know there's some work to be done on the inside, but it's already, just in dance team recitals and
that's where
the Coastwide Jazz Band. It could be such a great
theater. I don't even like theater, and Emily loves theater, but I'm just going to go to I'm going to go to shows just to support it.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
People are taking tickets to the BLT just to support it.
I'll sneak over to the filling station, grab some beers, and scroll over to
Look, the filling station, that's the original now. That's been there for a minute.
That's true.
I had so much.
The first bar I ever went into.
When Farabee came on, and the way she operates her place too, that's awesome. She's been fighting that area too, like with road construction. And that's been something I will say that I'll talk about. Biloxi has to get the road construction together. That is downtown. I don't know what y'all doing, but like
here's my theme about the road construction. The path of which you've grown accustomed will not be the path you take tomorrow. And that is a good motto.
Most of downtown's finished, right? First off, I'll say a couple things about this.
The path is pretty good.
You like wake up, you wake up from your house, you're like,
first off,
you can't leave your door.
Most of downtown's finished.
And that's how I get through it.
Division Street's beautiful with the bike lanes and the boulevard and all that. Now, hopefully development follow.
right.
But road projects never ever find me the road project that finish on time, and I will give you $1,000. It just doesn't happen. And on average, they take about double the time they promise.
No. My problem with the Biloxi.
So let's not give us a hard time.
No, but my problem with the Biloxi road projects is I think they should do it in smaller sections. I feel like they go and swipe the whole road, and
Well, my thing is,
well, look, the second
I'm
phase has been in
specifically
smaller
on-
sections. Since
I'm
Fofo took over, it has been better managed.
right. My thing is if I'm
Give
specifically
credit where
on
credit's
my
due.
bike
Come on now.
from Biloxi to Ocean Springs, and I want to know that my little detours, I'm not going to get attacked by a dog.
you seem like a person that'd probably get attacked by a dog.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but it's nice to know. So the path.
Well, she
of
has the
which-
largest dog on the block. So.
Yeah, I do have the largest.
What do you
dog.
have?
He's about 120 pound
Okay.
lab-ish Great Dane. I'm
It's
not
large
sure.
and it will scare you.
Yeah, he's pretty scary looking, but he's a baby dog.
So we got Brad J in here. Oh, we probably go through some people saying stuff, but Brad J just said, can't see that. Biloxi Bridge, pay up, Corey.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, Brad, break that down.
We need to elaborate, Brad.
Let's go
don't.
through some of
Someone
these.
said they missed the bumper boats.
Oh, Fun Time USA Weeks. That's
I
the
didn't
that shows
have
Biloxi of social media. Weeks
Oh.
runs a lot of that all them political Biloxi
The
pages.
political stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Joel Davis said bumper boats. 90s hip hops.
Look at Guido Leon stepping in. He's a big deal. I mean, he's a
No, he was here. Remember the time when me and Matt had our show, but he was here. Guido is like raised money. Him and Trench have like they almost lost a juke joint and came back stronger than ever.
yeah. The jig's going strong.
Yeah, but like that's one person I do love is Guido because like Guido works for FEB full time.
Guido, respond to my text and emails, please.
He's
Leanne,
working
I
full
see
time
Leanne
and running a
there.
bar.
Guido. I know you seen that email.
Where's Bobby been at?
Hey, Bobby's been in the trenches working hard, my man.
Talking about trenches.
How's the Code Academy doing?
It's rolling. The Code
Has it?
Academy's downtown Biloxi. That's a cool little thing I don't think people know about, but you can go into the Coding Academy, learn coding, and be ready to be employed.
How long does that take? What's
I'm
how what's the-
Fairly certain at zero cost to you. Don't quote me on that one, but and it's not an expensive thing to do, and I believe it's a 6-week or so program.
Okay. Is that a part of your award?
It is a part of my award. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Is Lee Supermarket a part of your award?
Should be.
Yes.
Okay,
Lisa
well, that's
Morgan
what you need to
Award.
focus on. 'Cause that's one of my favorite places.
I was
Look.
there the other day. By the way, Lee's has some great produce right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I texted
I met
a
the
few
owner the other
friends.
day. I was like,
I'm all about Lee.
I'm here for the egg rolls. I go in there and just pick up 2 or 3 egg rolls and a banh mi, you know.
Saved my life.
I'm so addicted to the chili pepper flakes. I put them on everything.
Yes.
Every-
They're just little, just the right amount of spice. I love a chili pepper flake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have you have any?
I don't think I do.
So like I'm
You
still
make curry? You don't have
I
chili
made
pepper
curry.
flakes?
I needed some Thai chilies, but I was
no,
kinda
just no. So you
improving.
just get the chili pepper flakes. It's just literally
Is
chili
it in
peppers,
a-
dried chili peppers, flaked like kind of like bacon.
You can also get
Okay.
them in a sauce. Like it's the
Mm.
flakes
and
with
then
and
blend
it's-
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing I love about if I'm being serious about my grocery shopping in Biloxi, like downtown Biloxi, you can hit La Norteña, the Mexican store. You can hit Lee's. You can hit the farmers market, and then you could, if you're making your way to Ocean Springs, to hit their farmers market and make it a whole progressive.
You can get it down. I mean, we
whole
have
progressive.
a couple
grocery-
seafood markets. We have
Yeah.
the Lee's market. We
Yeah,
have La Norteña.
Desports,
We
you
need a
could-
good butcher. That's what we're missing. We need a
Yeah.
good butcher with some good butcher
It'd be
options.
cool to have an actual seafood market.
I mean,
as
that's
well.
sports basically. I mean,
I mean,
know,
I'm
The
always at
Quality's a seafood
Desports.
market.
you can roll in there.
Quality's-
Quality, yeah,
Quality's huge.
Desport.
Desport for sure. Yeah, I mean that's kind of Desport's one of my hidden secrets. I don't really talk about that.
It's
place.
also a
I
great
go to
lunch
Desports
spot.
and I'll get like a pound of grilled shrimp,
don't
or
tell.
not grilled,
We've met at lunch there. Everyone acts like
not grilled, boiled. And if I'm hangry, I'll take that to the island when I'm like I'm paddling, and I just take that with
Just eat it
cocktail
on your
sauce.
way?
Yeah, I just have it.
Yum.
That's the best.
I
that's
get
a
lunch. They have the
secret
best
snack.
lunch deals.
I mean,
Like-
the best lunch deals in Biloxi, and where I'm probably gonna get shot for this is Renee's Deli.
Oh,
Shout out Renee's.
Renee's has some good. Also, I
Yes.
just found out Adventures has lunch specials,
Do they? I just had
which I eat at Adventures.
We got
all
a
the
lot of
time.
low key like
the Cajun
Very
wrap
legit.
from the Cajun wrap from Ventures is.
The steak
I
wrap,
used to have a
also
list.
the Royal Reds with the side salad.
All right, I got a PP, but y'all can.
Shout out.
I used to have a
call.
list
Side salad
of
ranch.
Biloxi spots that you could eat for $7 or less for lunch.
That's
So Renee's was number one. La Bakery, high on the
Bakery.
list.
their,
You can get
their
a
ham and
banh
cheese
mi.
croissant. In the morning, if you're in the morning at Le Bakery, their little ham and cheese croissant for a snack.
Yeah.
with
The meat pies.
with the Vietnamese coffee is the way.
Those Vietnamese coffees will get you now. They are high caffeine.
And then Fung Tao down the over
Fung
the
Tao for dinner. Yeah, we go
or
there.
lunch.
We go there enough that when they hear my voice when I call, they're like, okay, the curry, the pad thai. Like they know
we are.
they know right away what's happening, whatever I guess they see my number or something. I don't know, but they know what I'm ordering before they
Yes.
talk to me. And so Vietnamese food. So we're talking about Lee's Market, Biloxi culture.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Vietnamese food is such a big
The
part.
Vietnamese
The
food is
Vietnamese
everything.
influence.
It's so it is like a hidden. It's not even hidden.
It's not that
It is
hidden.
a gem.
It's kind of hidden. It's just a
It's
gem.
a gem.
But when I talk to tourists, I'm like, you got to get some fried seafood, obviously, and you got to get some Vietnamese food. We have several spots. You can get by Me's at La Bakery. You can go to Lee's Market and
Bung
get some
Tao on
stuff.
Oak Street. I think that people don't really.
Yeah, it's
like,
that is
know,
kind of hidden. It's
But
legit.
that place
Bung
has
Tao.
been consistently a great Vietnamese restaurant.
Yes.
I feel like
So
I used to
good.
work at the Order
So
O'Keeffe
good.
Museum, and that was back in 2012.
It was Fortune 888 back then, or Fortune
Yeah,
something.
and
Yeah.
it was good then, but now it's. I mean, it's the
Or
gem.
even Sonny's right down the street.
Oh,
Speaking of another
Sonny's,
Vietnamese place,
yeah.
look,
I'll tell you. Let me tell you
breakfast
something.
at Sonny's is what's up.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you right now, though, I was talking to my buddy Brian Chevalier. I don't know if you ever seen one of his buildings. He has a couple Airbnbs on y'all's spot, but like he's got one that's right next to right across from filling station on the left. But he paid like 25 grand for this place. It's right where Curtis had his restaurant on the right.
Oh, Southport.
It's next door to it. Is
Wait, who had the restaurant?
Southport.
no, Curtis.
Curtis. Okay, yeah,
But
Southport. Yeah,
next door to it is my business partner Brian Chevalier. He has Airbnb Boss,
yeah.
but he paid like 25 grand for this place. Thing's worth 350, 400,000. He's a landscaper, and that's where we hung out for years while he built it by hand. Like he was like he doesn't like seeing things. He has another Airbnb on Judge Sequel that was a barbershop, or I think it was a barbershop, but he completely changes this into the most beautiful properties.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, I was talking to him about it. He's like, well, the one on Howard Avenue, everybody tries to buy, and he's like, never for sale. Like he went and like got like a chef sink, like aluminum sink, and he like ripped all the plaster down, kept all the original wood, and then he got like this old 200-year-old butcher block. He sourced all this original.
So is this the one between O'Keeffe and there's one in between O'Keeffe and Southport?
It's a commercial property, or is that
That's
turned
the
into
B&B
an
or-
office
Yeah.
building, or
It's right next to the garage. The white.
Gotcha. Okay,
So
yeah.
it's got
the building that's
It's
like an
all
office
white now. Yeah,
building
yeah.
now.
We got to put some art on that
Yeah, that
garage building.
building
Yeah,
needs
we got
art.
we got to put
We
some
put
art on.
that shit out
that's,
here in
uh,
the universe. That building.
Marcus
needs art.
Thomas, you watching? We need to put
I
some
don't
art on that
know,
building.
Mark, but I pass that on my bike every day, and I'm like, this is a perfect canvas for some art. So
Your wife just said something.
So
Look, we've
holler.
got a couple bucks in the bank for our
Holler.
You better say
project.
something to your wife. I'm telling you, she'll stab you. You better say, hey, I love you or something.
I love you, Lauren. Looks like she got the baby to bed safely.
Nice.
I mean, but that's what. But it was Brian.
We were talking about your red hair earlier.
But it was Brian Chevalier that like was ahead of the
You're always
Biloxi
gonna
game.
be
Like
fiery red.
Brian was ahead of the Biloxi game years ago because of he's seen the potential of the structure of it. I was always made fun of him. I'm like, dude, I don't. He's like, dude, I'm telling you right now. He paid like he's got a couple buildings in Biloxi. He's like, I'm telling you right now, this will be the spot. And I was like,
We're coming.
all right. I mean, but he's like a kind of like a, I would say he's like the next wave of things. Like, I mean, he's got a spot on St. Charles in New Orleans with a
This
gate.
is the person who has a spot
On Howard Avenue.
next to the
Mhm.
white building that needs art on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And
But no, it's just, I seen that with him though. On a serious note,
We're gonna make that happen.
but I seen that with him where he's like, this is
love
it.
a flat wall.
This is like this community is about to. And he started seeing it, and he started seeing really development. And then when you said now it's called Howard, it's not Vieux Marché. But the situation is when y'all like, especially when y'all took I did like y'all's development of doing the brick road.
Yeah, and
I
it
think-
had impact. I mean, it was an upgrade.
That's changed.
I'd like to see that all the way down to Porter.
That could be cool. Porter Avenue. Okay, so I like Porter. It's walkable, but it is a little bit of a death trap.
How do you fix that?
You-
it's the traffic.
You got to slow traffic down.
Yeah, traffic is a little heavy on Porter. I walk it sometimes, and it's just people who live on Porter. I feel like the yards are so close.
Yeah, it's built
that
for
if you
cars
have
and not
kid-
people.
if
You have to slow it
kids or
down.
it's not.
Or maybe put a
it
stop
doesn't
sign right there in
feel-
that one
it
area.
doesn't feel super safe.
Well,
for,
I don't think we need a stop sign, but if you put trees close, you put visual blocks along the street, it tends to slow people down. And also the street, it's probably too wide to be a pedestrian street. It feels like I should drive fast there.
Yeah.
You know, it needs to feel more like
But it leads
a pedestrian
into
place.
when you cross over division and then you get to the other side of border, it starts to get more neighborhood like. But for whatever reason on
it's just that
on
stretch
that
from
south side, it's a little bit of a
from
death
division
trap.
to the traps there,
Yeah.
to the tracks.
But
it's
there's
weird.
so many cool spots potential, but
Yeah, and we gotta do
not.
something about that gas
Yeah.
station activity there too on that corner.
I guess
Gets a little shaky.
those,
I
those
used to
are
buy my papers
those
there.
are
I
my
ain't gonna
papers.
lie to you. Like that's my spot.
I call it, that's my spot too. I go in there every day.
I
I'm
go
like,
there
hey,
a lot.
it going?
but That's how I know it's shady because
it's
I'm in
not,
there all the time.
It is not the same as the Shell station. Is it Shell?
Yeah, 'cause
across from Beau Rivage.
Because you'll
I
see
call that.
They've hired security down there, and they
Okay.
Yeah,
I
but-
don't go to that gas station.
Same.
I call it the sunny day gas station because every time I walk in, I'm like, it's a beautiful day. You have so many things to be thankful for, and so I have to talk.
we got to
up.
keep in mind though is like like I always tell like my grandmother, she peeled shrimp in Biloxi, and a lot of them people live in that area. Most of them worked in the seafood industry or casinos, and we got to keep in mind though, for a long time there was no local. There's local businesses, but they're far few in between. And I think it's getting the people that still live in there. There's a lot of people that around that gas station that live 12 to a house. There are people in that area, and these are people that have been having houses forever, come back to insurance stuff. So I mean, I see with more we bring in more jobs in Biloxi down there and hire more people and get more people off street, which I love that area. But it's a situation where I'll tell you right now, when Llama came, I know when Llama came, things started changing, like in that area where it started going. When Dave and Care really brought in Llama.
You gotta have a hub.
Yeah, it has been a great community
Yeah.
partner, a great community spot. And it keeps good positive energy going, being a part of First Friday and all the different things we do there. It really has been a
And then let's think about
win.
Look, Bart. Look,
We're doing more.
Bart
coming.
lives life completely different than most people in the way he's a visionary on how he bicycles is his thing. But like that, he is so committed to bicycles, and it's like I still ride my scooter and I'll look over and there's 50 people on bicycles on a
I think
nighttime.
everybody should get a bike.
Look, we've got
I'm pretty serious.
80
I
to
think
150 people or 120 people consistently on that bike ride. It's
those
insane.
community bike rides, I try to rally all my friends. It's so hard until you do it,
It's so much fun. It is so much
even
fun.
if you aren't like super physical
Don't have to be.
and you haven't biked in forever. I have a friend who didn't bike. It's probably been 10 years. He got on a bike and he was literally like a kid. He was like passing up everybody. And to see that is just, it makes
You get out there and it's just fun. Yeah, and it's not a intense competitive thing. It's a get out and be a community and have fun thing.
You're doing what you'd normally be doing.
And it's low cost.
Yeah, it's low cost.
It's almost zero cost.
Yeah, you got to buy a good bike.
You got to have the bike.
Yeah.
You're seeing the neighborhood in a different way. You see more things when you're walking, when you're biking. You don't see the same things when you're driving a car.
Yeah, so you're just zooming by, missing it all.
Yeah, I mean, I am so I'm aware of what plants are blooming. I mean,
all right,
what
I've got to
houses
go to the
are
restroom
for
too.
sale.
Hey, take your time.
Keep it friendly.
No, I mean,
no cussing.
I didn't cuss.
No-
You cussed. I didn't cuss anything.
No cussing is what I heard.
What? No, I cussed yet?
No, I don't think any of us cuss. Good
Do I
job,
need to cuss right now? I
guys.
feel like need to cuss.
No, we're not cussing on this podcast.
I'm proud. I mean, I'm excited about it. Because he does it anyways.
Right, Bart. He's like a good rally.
No, I was
person.
talking about. I was talking about Corey. Corey's been rallying people in the community, and now he wants to rally people and be in a political position, which does have probably a small pay, but still motivates. Corey's been going around like a politician for a decade.
for no pay.
Yeah. So I think this is huge. I think this is going to be, I think this would be a good thing because I think I'm not going to tell you exactly where Lauren lives. I could tell you her full address if I was just like,
no, you're not.
I mean, I would just do it because we were like, so me and Lauren, that was that was one of my friend, still is my friend, but like us and growing up, like we were in almost every class together. Like
You and Lauren, she mentioned y'all had at least one class per year.
yeah. And you imagine
What
putting
was
a
Lauren Turner like in high school?
firecracker. She didn't
Glad to hear it.
well, I mean, she doesn't put up like Lauren doesn't. That's one thing is I'll say about Lauren and the backbone is like, look, there's one time where, like Lauren don't put up like she's very sweet, but like she don't put up with like pushovers. You're not gonna push her over.
Right.
Like you're not gonna. Like, I remember going to making groceries and construction company
I
came
think
in.
that's what I've always liked about her.
Yeah, well, a construction company came in to making groceries when they had it over there, and I'm sitting there eating because I'm supporting her. I'll eat carrots and tacos to support my girl. Like she's a sweetheart. But like this guy came in rude. I'm telling you, I'll tell you right now, somebody's being nice or not. But like this came in and was like, hey, we're cutting your water off at 3. And she's still in business. And without water, she's not cooking.
Right.
And she's like, you can't till 3. And he's like, and he made some smart comment to her. And we were sitting there.
She's cracking her knuckles.
Yeah,
like,
no. I'm saying
rolling up
she's
her
like,
sleeves
she's like,
slowly. She's like, I don't know.
no, she's like, hold up, y'all. We're all eating at the table. She's like, hold up. And then she storms outside. I'm like, I don't know, guys. She's probably about,
Clear
no,
the room.
I wouldn't want to fist fight Lauren at all. No, but that's,
like if you need me, tap twice.
I would not like, cause I'm telling you, that's one thing I'll say about like Lauren, like,
Why are you talking about fist fighting my wife? What's happening?
No,
no,
here?
talking
your
about
wife
how
fist
your
fights
wife-
people if they make her bad.
Yeah. Like,
She is not.
no,
She's got a backbone, and that's good to have.
She's got strong.
She does have backbone. That is.
No, but you need
Very
that if
true.
you're going to run for
I
political
appreciate
office. You need that.
I would rather have a person who just like lays it down directly what they think, as opposed to a person who's like nicey
Yeah,
all the
not-
time. Just say what you think, but you can still be kind and you can still be respectful and honorable. But just say you're
Corey, you know for a fact when you're at
all
home,
just trying
Yeah,
to
when
get
you
through
have-
this life.
when you have ideas at home and you're like thinking about ideas, Lauren ain't gonna go, oh, that's so sweet, honey. She's gonna go, what? Let's sit down at the table and talk about this, Corey. What are you trying to do in Biloxi?
Yeah,
She's like
well,
that. She's
She
very,
will let you know. She's incredibly supportive, but she will let you know.
but
you
that's
know,
good for you because
if it's
she's
good
your
or
other
bad
half.
or
And if you're
whatever.
gonna run for office, you need to have your teammate, your partner in crime, believe in you and see the vision too. And I think that's another plus for you doing this, because you do have a person that's involved with this stuff.
Yeah.
You and her, it's not just you, it's her too.
Oh, it's a team effort. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be a team
And
effort.
that's
Yeah.
cool because I trust my girl. I know you, but I know her through and through as kids. Like there's a certain level of like where we like, I know that Lauren like she has a bigger heart than most of us, but Lauren is a real person. She won't put up with BS. She will stand up for what's right. She doesn't care. Like Lauren, wants you to like her, but like if you don't like her, I mean, that's on you. Like
Yeah.
you're missing out on a good person.
Right.
So you need to have that person at home. You don't need a person like she said, like you get home and she's like, honey, how was work? Like you need a girl going, Corey, what'd you do? What'd you commit to? You need a person that's involved, because when you do this, and I know you're going to do this, but like, this is like a 24/7 thing. I believe when you become in the political world, like this ain't 9 to 5. This is 24/7. You're representing the people of your ward, and you got to do it with pride.
What you laughing at?
But
Sorry, I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, it's
Yep. That's exactly what I'm looking for. She nailed it.
Scared.
Nailed it.
Shaking him in his boots.
he needs to check his text. Ooh, check him. Check him.
Let's
Check
see
him.
what we got here. Oh, we're good. We're good.
No, but I believe that too. I really believe like you got to have that though, Corey. You got to have that person that like to be a part of this world. Like it's cool to have a person like her that's just involved like you are. And that's what you told me. Like y'all are focusing on this. It's y'all. It's y'all. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, doing together.
We almost got. Did we get DDoS right there?
Do we get what?
I don't know. It's just sometimes goes in and out. I have like
He's
okay internet.
huge.
No. So, what's your like? Let's say, are you going to be knocking doors? Where are you going to be at this?
Of course. You got to knock on the doors. That is the most important part, to get out and talk to the people. but you're asking to vote for you. You know, you got to get out, look them in the eye, let them know what you're about, and you know, hope that they believe in it.
Are you still going to be a part of Main Street? How's that work?
You know, I don't think I will be able to be a part of Main Street. Of course, I'll still be involved where I can. I'll still hopefully be able to at least guide things. I don't think I could officially be on the board. I mean, city employees can't be on the board, but I can be there as an advisor and lend my efforts where I can.
How long? Like how long did it take you to really commit? Like, I just am curious. Like, when y'all were thinking about it, like, did it take you a week? Or, I mean, I know you were doing it like 4 years ago. You were thinking about running, and you stepped out for other reasons. We're not going to talk about that. But like in this last one, like, how long did you and Lauren sit together and like, this is what we're doing?
We probably talked about it for a few weeks, really. I mean, you know, we had to make sure we were both on the same page with it, and it was something that she was on board with, and you know, it was good for the family. So yeah, we talked about it a good bit and finally came to the conclusion. You know, it's something, again, I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's important to me that I kind of take the efforts to the next level to make, you know, my goal is to make my neighborhood to be the best place to live, not just on the coast, not just in Mississippi, in the region. And I think we can start with Ward 1 and make Biloxi be that place.
Do you recall
She said 10 years, bro.
a certain
She said 10.
moment?
She just said 10 years. That's why I love this girl. Corey, she said 10 years.
Do you recall a certain moment, like an aha moment, where you felt like, I'm gonna do this? Like there was a moment in time, or not? If not,
Well, there's been moments in time where I felt
there were
like,
a series of moments.
yes, a
that
series of
felt-
moments, but for sure, there's been moments that I can think back to where I want to be involved in what was going on in
Co-host, we gotta get
Biloxi,
this going
I'm
now.
sorry. I'm
And-
kind of this.
and
I'm not a
seeing
musician.
what, you know, seeing the potential in Biloxi, being the place that I grew up and want to give back. I feel like Biloxi gave to me and making me the person I am. And I'd like to give that back and make Biloxi be the thing it could be. But yeah, just walking the streets at different points, seeing the potential. Even with empty buildings in those days, seeing the streets and be like, this could be something. This can be something great. And we're on our way, I think. You know,
I feel like
and
it
hopefully
is. I feel like it is on the.
my efforts have helped get us there. But you know, either way, it feels good to be able to do things that are noticed and help people.
So how about this? So let's get into, you started this thing of raising money to get spray paint to start murals and stuff.
Yeah.
How'd y'all connect on doing the murals? Because you started taking off, like you and Corey, like I knew y'all got together, but like you started doing some incredible stuff with the sidewalks. You started getting, this is where you're
kind of, it was separate. We were involved way before.
Yeah, way before the mural
way
stuff.
before
Yeah.
the mural stuff. Back in like 2012, there was an art group.
Gotta bring the mic up a little bit. I'm
art
gonna
can change-
fire you.
Art can change everything, which is a group of people that were kind of coming together to try to create more public
Was
art.
that the Crest Live?
Yeah,
That was part of
like
that. Yeah.
kind of involved with that. And then Corey came back into the scene. We got introduced the same time I met Corey and Lauren, and we all were intertwined with the same energy. Oh, we drinking whiskey now.
Well, no, I want you to try.
Is it Blanton's or is it a blend?
It's blend.
But so
She knows her
then-
whiskey.
I do know a little bit. So then I don't know, the mural projects kind of came later, but I was already kind of into it with traveling and doing some stuff in New Orleans and with some other folks, and
But no, there's a lot of
just kind of momentum.
But no,
Just
so-
like a
so let's go back to what I was saying is like, so when you're doing the sidewalks, I mean, you weren't making tons of money doing this, like as these.
that was through the city, and that was
Yeah, it was a
through
Main
the
Street
project.
project. That was a Main Street project.
But
Biloxi.
like you were doing a lot of it too for like where you live and the passion of it. You're behind the art, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love the thought of adding to the area that I live. I mean, that's.
So if
But
you
I
did,
also believe in making a living as an artist, and I think it's a balance. But sometimes certain projects, I might, if I believe in it, I'll sort of, there will be wiggle room there because I believe in seeing art in the area, but also it's always a dance,
that's
And
kind
I
of
think
cool.
artists often get kind of pulled in those directions. They get drawn around, like, to where their heartstrings get pulled to where they want to believe in something, but then it's not necessarily gonna feed them.
Yeah, and it's a profession, so they deserve to get paid.
Right. And I think that
And
it's
you can't do
important-
it. On top of that, not only you can't do it, so
And I think it's
has
important
value.
to recognize that, professional arts is a service and that it adds to the community.
You nailed
it
it.
adds to the
You know,
area and to treat it as such.
Mhm.
And, it's not just like, oh, you love it, so you should do it for pennies.
Yeah.
No, it's the same as this. If you went to a grocery store and you paid for your brie cheese and your arugula, it's the same.
But there's a point though that when you start doing like smaller, like you start doing small projects though, like that, I see.
There's a balance.
If somebody is Corey, you and Corey getting together though, and I think that's like a leadership thing. I will say that Corey does have a little bit about like that connection with people, like you talked about. Like he doesn't talk to you like on a pedestal; he talks to you like a person.
Yeah, like Corey, we can speak directly. I could say, hey, because he's also a musician.
Yeah, he's never gonna
So
look
he's-
down. Yeah,
he's
that's
dealt
one thing.
with the same thing. Musicians deal with the same thing where they go into venues and someone's kind of like trying to wheel and deal them,
Or the exposure.
Yeah.
right?
Always the exposure.
And so talking to him about specifically with money, like it shouldn't be taboo. Let's like speak freely about this. Let's speak directly about money because it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're not passionate about what you do. It just means that this is the reality to make it happen.
That's what the answer I wanted.
Yes.
So
And we needed some volunteer time to
Corey
make the
knows
first.
the language. He knows the language of artists.
So with
Even if he's not a visual artist, he can speak it, and he can.
So Marty Wilson is the godfather of my son, and I moved to Gulfport pretty much because of Marty's a big part of it. And you're talking the same way that was Marty was talks about the way he gets paid.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool because like he's the same situation where it's like, he spent most, like he put 2 girls through school. One's a doctor, one's in marketing in Florida, but like he put 2 girls as a single father through school by painting paintings and murals.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
important for kids to understand. You know,
Yeah.
you're in school, you want to be an artist, you can do that.
And it's so cool to have Oliver that's his godson. So like it's cool to like have
To see it's possible.
and he like
And it's very possible. There's
And
a lot of
honestly,
opportunity.
it doesn't even have to be art. With whatever you do, if you have a business, if you own your own business, like a small business or whatever, like you have to be able to have these conversations and speak about it. Like I was never great at it. I get like so self-conscious. It was until I had the gallery and interacting with people who were in that world more that I sort of grew a bit. And I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
gotta ask
do
for
it.
the money.
I just don't be scared to just say it. Cause I felt like it was taboo to just
And we
speak.
have made it a point as a part of the project. The funding hasn't always been huge, but we want to pay the artists for their time one way or the other. And we're working more and more to get competitive with that pay.
the more art you bring on the walls, I think the cooler the downtown.
And it's right in the city. I
And
mean, the
it
art
makes
has effect. I mean, it has attracted businesses. And if you look at any business that's close to one of the pieces, like they're using it in their promotion as much as anything else. Like the art is as much promotion as their
Right.
product is. And it's taken
It
and
is a
turning
backdrop.
dilapidated parts of the downtown into beautiful parts of the downtown. We were talking about the First Friday area earlier. Like art is what created that spot. I was bringing art, and there was so much traffic for the art that we were able to utilize it for something that brought hundreds of thousands of dollars to the area.
And the thing about
So it can have impact.
the thing about public art too, which I love. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, you're good. I like the sound, and you're good. It's all.
So it's I traditionally you think about art as something for the privileged or the elite, like in a gallery, and you have to go and be fancy and purchase this. This is something. It takes a lot of, which is wonderful to be able to own your own piece of art and spend that, and that I appreciate that, but not everybody can do that. Well, with public art, you are literally, you can just invite people to appreciate it just by existing in the environment. And I think that is a beautiful thing.
Bring the art to the people.
Right.
Also, I'm a weird shopper of art, though. Ain't gonna lie. But let me just say this real quick. Though, if you go to a local artist art show, you go to their event because you're gonna get the art for half off or 20. Like it's gonna be Matt's,
you can connect with
yeah.
the artist, and you can kind of see.
So I have a couple of Matt Studley original pieces.
Nice.
And he'll tell you, like him and his wife will tell you, but like I used to go in there. I bought my mom a piece for her birthday, massive. It's his wife's back piece, and it's not the original, but it's his one of his G clays. It's gorgeous, but I bought it for her birthday. I would bring my mom. This is what I did to my mom before. I would get her a bottle of wine, get a couple of red Solo cups. We go downtown Ocean Springs. That was kind of our thing. Like, she didn't like. My mom's like, my mom used to be a stockbroker. She's got some style to her. Girl used to be a model, like. But like her drinking wine out of a Solo cup, But it was one of my things. But like, but she's also got me. She's an artist. She paints. She does commission pieces for like houses.
Yeah.
But go to like, I love that. And I hope we all have an art gallery like the way Ocean Springs has art galleries, because you can go in. And I took all the time. Like I'd go and buy Matt's, when Matt would do his art shows, like once a month, every quarter, something like that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, like
A few times a year there.
I'd start buying Emily's birthday gifts at these art. I pay for. I have a Matt Studley original. I paid $300 for.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's cheap. That's cheap.
That's cheap. Yeah, that's.
No, I like even in the greenhouse right now. There's a few pieces that I'm like,
There are great pieces in the greenhouse.
oh my
right now.
gosh,
It's their Christmas show. Where
it's their Christmas show, and there's Steve Shepard.
A lot of great
in
deals
there,
in there, yeah.
and I've always wanted one of his pieces.
This
and
one-
I'm just
this
like,
one right here?
I will likely go get a couple.
Way we're cracking. I bought it off the wall.
Nice.
This was $100. Me and Emily bought it 6 years ago.
And that's the thing too, is like when you invest in something, you're gonna carry it with you forever, and it's gonna be something.
Do you think if you get in a political office, do you think you're gonna bring back that art? Because you did that at Maritime. You started doing all kinds of stuff with like. Do you think you're gonna bring back art shows?
Well, our shows are very active in Biloxi right now, actually, but I don't know if that's a political thing to do. I mean, I'm always working to bring art out to the people. Like she said, with the public art, one of the big goals of that was not everybody feels comfortable walking into a gallery or an art space like a museum. But if it's on the street, you interact with it, you see it, it's in your face. And I think more people are likely to interact with it in that way. But of course, I'll always be promoting art shows and trying to bring them to the community in a different way. And actually, there's a new space popping up now over there on Division Street, where I'll probably be bringing back some of the old school Whamma style art shows that I did back in the day. So keep an eye out for that. And I think we'll be able to get real creative with it. So
we got something out, right? Like but art is a big part of it. Like art is beautiful. Like
it can define community. I mean, it really can.
It connects community. Whether or not you are, I think a lot of times you encounter people and maybe they are not into art, and that's what you always hear. You're like, well, I'm not into art. I can't even draw a stick figure, is what you usually hear. Someone knows that you're an artist. But I love to see whenever you get unsuspecting people that kind of encounter art and they don't even know that they are. They feel it. And I think that is the goal with a community, is to create a space and an environment where you can just walk through and you kind of feel it without it having to be stated like you are arts, like you're artsy, or we're.
Yes. How do you feel about this?
You don't have to say it; it just is. And I think that Biloxi is that. Like I think Biloxi has that.
I do have a goal of at some point creating sort of an outdoor museum, like an open air space that
this
houses
is the stuff I want to get into right now, Corey. Let's go.
Features local artists and has smaller, not quite mural sized pieces that can possibly be changed out and things like that. I think that'd be a fun thing that could really be a draw to people.
Dude. So like I was saying, like be a part of like like running political stuff, but you have to still be political and have hobbies.
Yes.
that are driven around
the art part will never go away. No matter what happens in my life,
Yeah.
that part will always be there.
But I'll tell you right now,
Obviously, there's other things that
that part will be there. I will be doing
art
that.
is a big part of why Biloxi is back.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that straight up to your, like, you take away the murals, you take away all the colorful art that's been there in the downtown area. I mean, that goes to like, look at Falalama, look at like Carrie Reese and Dave Reese's branding. She's an artist too.
Yeah. I don't know her as well, but I've always.
She's a graphic design artist.
I've seen it, and I'm like, I'm always asking you, who's doing that?
Yeah, they've just been brilliant with the branding. I mean, it's just so
great.
good. Yeah, it's just.
But
so
that's
good.
still art. I mean, it's still like when you
Yeah.
go when you see the llama, like you start, It's one of the things that people want to see. They want to see the colorful stuff, and then all of a sudden, art is also music. I mean, it's arts,
It's
not
culinary. It's,
yeah.
you know, it's music. It's a lot of
Right.
things. I recently got to be classified as a folk artist in Mississippi because of the second line music,
That's pretty
which
cool.
was very cool. Yeah, they seeked me out and we did this big interview that I guess is going to come out relatively soon about, second line music as folk art, and they talked about in that, including culinary and even brewing beer as a possible next inclusion.
brewing beer is art.
Yeah.
Doing anything with your hands or doing anything that don't. I think when you do something that like you want to better your community, that's all art. I mean, it really is. Like I said, like think about the things you've like painted on where it's like it's been a sore hour, like you don't want to see it, but you painted and it's like, okay. I mean, now people stand by your art. Before it was just a blank canvas, but like you get photos with it, people get to like hug. Same thing with like a Mr. Lewis beer, like his daughter's fiance, his Delta Rice Farm. Yeah, he brings bags of y'all make a beer for Mr. Lewis. What is Mr. Lewis, 89 now?
No,
He's 89.
He's put some years. He's put his time in. He's
December 21st, his birthday. He'll be 89.
Mr. Lewis is a great fella though. He's great to interact with every day in the brewery. You know, you go in, he's hanging out with his family. It's so beautiful to see the family support, like them coming out with him.
But he's got one of the largest plots on Porter.
Yeah, he's down on Porter Avenue.
Yeah, his wife passed away. He's got a good property. He's been there for years, right? He's used to be a Biloxi engineer.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Lewis, but now that's the fun thing about
If
Fall.
he come to the brewery, he'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
like
yeah.
that is his beer that they made for him because he's their regular. Like that's
Which one?
the White Slugger sticker behind us there. Yeah.
Mhm. I did a podcast with him like a year and a half ago because I know like my stairs. I have stairs. Do you get here? So I went to the brewery and did a podcast with him, and he talked about like meeting his wife in New Orleans, and he was in the military. They're both on dates,
Like separate dates?
yeah, and they didn't have phones back then, so they hit it off and never left each other since. And
So wait, how did they leave their dates and then end up with each other?
they got each other's numbers and they
we need to know.
Well, tune into that podcast with Mr. Lewis and Jordan.
Gonna
I'm
need
gonna have
to
to
know
check
that.
that out.
It
Yeah.
was, but it was a sweet situation where, I remember I got to hear so many stories about Mr. Lewis. He was like, I remember falling asleep because Mr. Lewis was a Biloxi engineer, and I mean for over 60 years or something, 50, I think it's 50 or 60 years. But I remember one time he goes, my wife bought a Rolls Royce on eBay. I was like, what?
Is that
It's like,
possible?
No, he's like, I was sleeping. She bought a Rolls Royce on eBay, and that's if I didn't walk in there and see, that's art. He's been here for, I mean, like I said, I gave him that UFO print. I gave him I did a metal print for him, a 16 by 24, and it's at his house. But I did it for him. Last year we had his birthday at Fly Llama. I believe his birthday is December 21st or 28th. It's one of them two. But I did his birthday. We were at his birthday at Fly Llama.
It's a Christmas baby.
But I mean, that's what I like. That's the only thing is like, and I see that with you. Like, I don't want to give your address out, but
I'll
like,
give my address out, please.
but you're downtown too. You're not like you're in it.
Yes, I am down there. I've been a part of it for, we've been down there for 10 years and we were there before it had any kind of hip factor. Like she said, the path you take today may not be the path you take.
Which you've grown accustomed will not be the path.
And I'm
take
telling you, getting home
tomorrow.
every day was different for a long time. But like I
But
said,
I
the
feel
roads are done. There's businesses now. And I think so. The first business that came downtown that started making it feel like a place was jacked up. So that came in. There was nothing down there at all. She came in, did that. It was a coffee bar. We were all excited, and then from there, there's just been a little thing here, a little thing there, and next thing you know, we have a community.
That wedding was awesome.
I didn't make it.
So I grew up with Richard. Her
I
husband.
should have, but I just didn't make it.
Richard is one of my best.
Strongest man in the world.
Yeah, and we were neighbors. My grandparents lived next to his parents, like lived right down the road from his parents, and Richard stayed here. He stayed here a lot, but we had that wedding, and that was one of the most beautiful weddings to watch. My buddy used to be so happy, like, oh, dude, no, they danced to the Casey and JoJo all my life. I recorded it.
Oh, nice.
So I recorded the whole wedding on my phone because you don't have to have a camera. John Reyes is their brother, like one of my favorite cinematographers, and he's an amazing very film.
John Reyes will make you cry.
Yeah, he's very good.
Cry even if you're not involved with the wedding.
But
He did our wedding video.
I did.
Beautiful.
You gotta bring your mic up.
Can you not hear it?
I don't
John
know.
Reyes will
He
make
doesn't
you
know.
cry.
He doesn't have headphones.
No. Well, next time we'll have headphones. But no, that was like. But I'm saying like I still like film off of anything like phone or whatever, and they were on their honeymoon, and I just because I grew up there, so I just recorded stuff, and to see them so happy, like see both of them so happy, jacked up. I've never had one bad coffee, one bad sandwich, just an incredible establishment. I think that's really. I hope if you can be consistent like that, I think all the way through.
It's been great. I do miss the bookstore, but it's it's a good experience. It's good coffee.
What
good
bookstore
food.
is there?
Southern Bound book was
Southern
next
Bound,
door, so it
yeah.
was jacked up in Southern Bound at one point.
They were connected.
I look every gift
when they first opened.
I would go there for like every kid, every whatever. I'd go to Southern Bound. That's where I got that was my store for gifts for everybody. Everybody got a book because it was right there. It was local.
Was it just not enough? Like you had your store. I mean, what's the walk-in traffic? What?
For when I had the gallery, I mean, we were an event. If we weren't having an event, we did not get on Rue Magnolia. So it was always, we were changing, we were having art shows and trying to display contemporary artists like to the Gulf Coast, not necessarily even people who were from the Gulf Coast, but trying to showcase people that were doing different things, kind of a little bit edgier.
And how many walk-ins do you have? A week.
Not a lot of walk-ins. So I guess to answer your question in the long way is not a lot.
Like 20 a week, 30 a week.
It's hard to say. It's been some years now.
It has been a while.
Block that part of my brain.
That's something that we got. That's something that hopefully you can work on with a lot of some of the smaller business. Like I tell you, it was like having more of a consistent for not just like boutiques or not just like food, but like interior designs or whatever business, having more people walking the streets, sidewalks. Yeah. I love that y'all both brought that up. You got to bring that back.
No, and also,
well, we got to make it feel safer. We got to make
it
feel like you can walk. There's some things we got to do, but it's not terribly difficult.
But I think some of these things that are going on right now with the group recreation activities like the bike rides, it's showing people that you can walk your city, you can bike your city. And so if you weren't going to do that on your own, you're doing it in a group, and it's kind of leveling that in a way that might not be a normal thing. And I think that is something that is
those things are kind of creating some of the traffic we need in those events. But I'm noticing more and more people walking the streets, and even the skate park thing, like that's getting families out there walking there and getting there from the neighborhood. The neighborhood is just changing drastically.
The best way to get people walking is to walk.
Yeah, get out and do it.
Walk your city.
People see it, and I regularly check our walk and bike scores, and we're it is walkable. We rank well amongst other places.
Is there a lot of like Pacific Blue, Biloxi PD bikers? It's like Roderick
Pacific Blue. I remember that show.
Yeah, I grew up. Yeah, yeah.
I remember that show.
Is Wiggins like sitting there? Is he on a bicycle?
Hey, he's on a bicycle. Wiggins will go. So and we'll work. I believe Chief Miller does a great job, and they're working to bring back some bike patrol. But yeah, and that's good. That makes people feel safe. It makes people feel like it's a welcoming place if you see a friendly cop. And we are lucky to have some cops that are just great, helpful. I had a cop knock on my door to tell me that my dome light was on. Where does that happen? Yeah, the cop came, took his time out to come knock on my door and be like, "Hey, your battery's gonna die, bro. Your dome light's on."
That's pretty dope.
That's amazing.
I do kind of feel, I feel like in Biloxi, like because the police kind of hop in on the bike rides, I kind of trust them that they're looking out for the bike riders.
Yeah. We've had as many as 20 of them show up, for a bike ride. So they're out there doing their thing, getting out, meeting people. And I ride with them a lot. So I talk to them, and they are very in tune with the community. They know what's going on in the streets, and they know the people that they need to know. And it's interesting to hang out with a police officer and talk to them. And again, I've been lucky to be in a position to get a lot of time in with some of these guys and see where they're coming from, see what they're trying to do for the community. And we are lucky to have some of the police officers we have working the beats in Biloxi.
Well, we're at this point now. We're almost 2 hours in. You
Are
plug
we?
this camera, and what I'll say right now is I enjoy y'all being here because I love being a part of people that actually get out in the community. Both of y'all do. I love my community. I get out with y'all, but it's cool to be a part of this with y'all and have y'all at my house, and because this is what I think everybody should get out in their community.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're going to be at the next bike ride?
I'm in Gulfport. Okay, I'm Gulfport.
You can bring your butt over to Biloxi and enjoy
you're
it.
not an
I'll
Ocean
call 'em.
Springer. You know, those Ocean Springs people have a hard time crossing
You can have a
bridges,
Thursday
but
night bike ride
go
with
for
her.
it.
I will make.
Run
I'll
with
make.
us,
I'll make
or-
a trip. But I am.
You've been out to the skate park on Wednesdays. I've talked to you there.
I know, but I'm at a point now. Like I'm at right now where I got to help Gulfport, my city, like where I'm living.
We're
Where
gonna recruit you. We're gonna
Yeah.
recruit
I
Jordan.
can't right
I know we're
now.
not supposed to cuss, but we're here to give you a little hell.
We're gonna recruit you. We're gonna get you over to Biloxi.
Also, guys, we the Con Life. And this is not court. This is my plug. Con Life for our Carter's Champions Medical Wheat is sold out. We sold 16 pounds really fast. Last Friday they planted 100 pounds for medical marijuana. I thank for y'all for the support. Every eighth is sold in the dispensaries is $1 towards Memorial Hospital. Thank y'all so much. I cannot believe that our first run for Con Life, our first run was 16 pounds, was sold like that. And now they planted 100 pounds.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And we got $1 an eighth. And none of us get a personal. It goes straight to the hospital.
Well, look,
So-
Memorial's over in Biloxi now, so that's another
Yeah.
reason for you.
No,
to come
yeah,
over.
but I know that, but I got to work on my Gulfport. I got to work on my Gulf.
I got to work on my golf court.
Well, I mean, I want the same thing y'all have. Like, I want us to start having the same thing y'all have.
Yeah, and we all want to see the coast be strong. It's better for everybody if the
I feel
coast
like
is
each
strong.
individual city. I know that a lot of times there's like, oh well, Ocean Springs, Biloxi, but honestly, like it should be a symbiotic.
It's better if
It should be a symbiotic
good.
relationship, and
I'm almost there, but I always say too is like,
I mean, we're Biloxi.
We are, yeah.
well,
Through and through.
But
Biloxi, baby.
yeah, but no, but so how many times I've seen y'all at it? Have y'all? I've never seen y'all at the Pink Restaurant. Have y'all been there?
Is it in Biloxi?
My way along.
No, go, yeah. Go bring your mic up a little bit.
Is it in Biloxi?
Sorry.
Because I didn't.
No, but it's.
I
Like,
support Ocean Springs a lot.
I'm here.
Too
I'm gonna come
much.
over here.
Too much.
but-
Look, I got to get a plug in too
And Bay
while we're
St.
plugging
Louis.
things.
Plug away.
100%
We
Bay St.
have-
Louis.
Burgers for Biloxi this Saturday at the brewery, and it is 100%. So we're giving away burgers. We're giving away as many burgers we can afford to. So and you will make a donation, whatever your heart moves you to give, and all of that goes to Back Bay Mission, and that's going to go to their Veterans Fund. And we'll be set up there as elect Corey Christy to having people sign up for signs and things like that. And we are not taking donations. We want all that money to go to the Back Bay Mission and the Veterans Fund. So come out. I believe it starts at 2:00 on Saturday. Falama Brewing, downtown Biloxi, Bone Street. Delicious beers and delicious smash burgers for the people.
And what do you want to plug?
Me?
Your website, your Instagram.
Oh,
So I got no link.
You caught me off guard there. I don't know. I'm
Go
just
like
here,
my page
I'm
too.
here to plug. People need to show up for the Biloxi social ride on Fridays. I feel like it's a good, feel good.
It's so much fun.
It's
It really is
honestly-
so much
I'm
fun.
saying this because it's good for your soul, and it's just nice to do with your friends, your family, and everybody overthinks it. Just show up. All you gotta do is show up.
You
It's
see the
very-
whole
it's
city.
very
Like you get to
easy.
see the city in a different way, like Julia said. We end up at like I said, either Falama or Alter Reality right around the corner. So you can have some
Right.
food, some beer, and it's a good time.
Yeah, it's good for you can check all the boxes.
And you get an exercise. You need we all need more exercise.
Look, I'll tell you right now, Corey, one thing right now, I can just be honest with you, like you just plug Back Bay Mission and didn't really plug your campaign. And I was like, that's a bit like a serious, but I'm saying like, that's a serious thing where Corey, you're always, vote for who you want, pick who you want. I just know that like, I kind of always knew when I first met you that you're going to eventually try, like you get into it. And I don't know, man. It's kind of cool to have you on. And Corey, you do stuff like whether you're a councilman or whether you're mayor, you're never going to stop bettering the community. And that's one thing I have to say about you. There's no bullshit. You make it a full point to get out in your community, and that sets you apart.
Hey, thank you for that, buddy. I do care a lot about the things around me, and I want to see Biloxi thrive and my neighbors thrive. And if I can help that, then I'm going to.
All right, guys, we love you. And there are links in the bio. Mom, I love you. I don't know if you tuned in, but I love you, Mom.
Love you.